Other breweries like Scott's, they'll do a 60-minute boil.
Okay.
But then they're not up at 3,200 meters.
I've known Tom for many years now, and whenever we're together, we often talk about beer. He invited me many times to his breweries in Xizang, and now I'm here.
You've got to separate everything off.
Yeah.
You know, Wild West in Chengdu, you've got the brew house and the fermenters and the packaging line have all got to be separated out.
I know he had an advertising design company before and earned a lot of money from that. Then he went to learn how to make beer and to keep learning online. Now he's got two breweries in Xizang. One producing craft beer and the other one producing Chinka barley wine. The most interesting thing is seeing similarity in what I do as a home and what he does as a professional. Am I doing stuff to him, and what can I learn from him? As a home brewer, while I understand the basics of brewing, the mashing, boiling, and all of that, we tend to make necessarily complicated to make ourselves feel smart. And then, when you go to a commercial brewery, they don't do any of that. They're making great beer, keeping things as streamlined as possible.
That's very yeasty.
Yeah.
Won't be drinking it, but that's a lot of yeast. Have a look at that. Still fermenting. So you've got all the yeast particles just bubbling away in there. That would be a nice one when it's done. Obviously very different to my homebrew setup, which of course you saw. My homebrew setup's a lot smaller, a lot simpler. And obviously I can only really do 50 litres at a time compared to, say, 2,000 litres a time here.
I have a little extra space out there.
Yeah.
This is like
This is what,
5 tons.
5 ton?
Yeah, so we're thinking about adding 2, maybe 6.
To be honest, it's not really the drinking that I enjoy the most. It's the process, and particularly the sharing as well. While we enjoy drinking, we would have done that anyway.
You know, we're over 3,000 meters here, and that presents unique challenges to how he has to think about hop utilization. So, you know, it's a unique challenge up here, and so it's really interesting to see, you know, how they overcome those challenges. Remember last time you visited Chengdu,
Okay.
we visited Scott, and he's got the same. He's got 2 little baby ones, normally for hop experiments or yeast experiments. And as a home brewer, well, I'm doing that size batch anyway. How different breweries are handling different challenges and different markets and, you know, different brewing conditions. It's really, really interesting, and just how as a home brewer I can maybe learn something from that and put it into, you know, my home brewing. Yeah, it's good.
Drinking is, for me at least, a cultural representation, a form of social interaction.
Like English hops, but a New World hops.
Okay.
So I just done a golden ale with Godiva, which is a New English hop, and I got some Harlequin, which I'm going to try out in English IPA. All right. You're producing out here. All the barley comes from these fields, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they have several different types of barley.
Yeah.
One is almost like brown.
Yeah.
So I found the brown one cooked so much faster than the white one, than
Right.
the regular normal one.
Yeah.
So I tried like 5% of the dark brown barley
Yeah.
to mix it with the other white ones.
Yeah.
The color is great, and I think it also brings a little bit sweetness into it.
So it's almost like a caramel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still a few weeks away from harvest. And then wheat on that side.
Yeah.
The very first time I actually tried Chinka barley wine was in 2021 in Shigatse.
Shanna is kind of famous for growing this type of barley.
Yeah.
They have a very long history of brewing the local barley wine, and what they do is usually mix maybe like 5% of this brown with this white one.
Instead of rice, you're using the barley, the local barley. But it smells very much like a fermenting mijo. Like everything's got
I like it because I like rice wine as well. They're both produced in very similar ways, but the barley wine has a much deeper and more complex flavour.
But yeah, it's definitely got that mijo-y flavour to it. A bit more sour.
Of course, each barley wine you get from different places are all going to be different, because the local conditions greatly affect the flavour. After visiting Losang's Chinka barley wine factory, a local auntie told me how the locals brew Chinka barley wine at home.
1 month ago.
Yeah.
And when she cooked the barley, she intentionally overcook it, almost like make it to like a roasted barley.
Ah.
So she doesn't need the brown barley. She will cook it
Just turning
to make it.
those natural starts caramelize those
Yes,
natural
yes,
starches
yes,
and
yes.
sugars. Yeah.
This auntie's got practical experience and knowledge that she knows if something is too hot or too cold without having to measure it. She just knows through experience. It would have been great if we could have actually tried her barley wine.
So these three are from this valley, these fields.
All these.
All five, all six.
Yeah, all six.
It's probably because, as home brewers and even pro brewers, we tend to be so precise in our measurements. This thing has to be at this temperature, this pH. But then we bring it back to the farmhouse, and it's more about, is that hot enough? Yeah, that's good. Is that cool enough? Yeah. Looks okay, smells okay, tastes okay. It's much simpler. I was fortunate that while we were up in Shannan, we chanced upon the local people's Wangor festival.
Yeah, so the Wangko Festival is also known as the Harvest Festival. It's a Tibetan celebration that marks the end of the farming season. It's usually held in June, according to Tibetan calendar.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're really lucky today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's held only once in a year, so we are here.
We live in a very modern, fast-paced society in the city. And I think, living in that kind of environment, we've lost that connection with nature. But we've also lost that connection with where our food comes from and where we come from. Up in these villages, Traditions like these are still going on. Local people keep those traditions alive. To come into the village and actually see the locals doing the circuit of their fields is very interesting to me, because while they're blessing the fields and hoping for a bountiful harvest, it gives them an opportunity to look at their field
So this is called sho. Sho. Sho in Tibetan means dice, right? The whole purpose of this game is to let all these units go past these.
The shells.
Yeah, the shells. So if you move to over here, the next turn, if I make like, if I do like 6, I will kill you. Then you're gonna have to drink. That's 7. 7 is actually really good.
Yeah.
Last time I came to Xizang, it was more touristy. I did Lhasa with the Patala Palace and Drepung and Sera Monasteries and Bakor Street, and then out to Shigatse and the Tasilumpo Monastery there, and then out through the wilds to Mount Komolangma Base Camp. This time, I've seen a much more local aspect of Xizang.
It's very, very different to other areas of Xizang that I've been to, which are much more wild, more, the landscape is much more harsh. And you look out across here and the feeling is it's much more gentle and it's much more peaceful. So you come up here and it's just all of a sudden it's just quiet. I can imagine 2,000 years ago, the king standing up on his balcony there, looking out and just looking at everything he's been trying to do and just getting a real sense of peace and calm from it. So we're standing here between 2 fields. We've got the Chinko barley on this side, and then on this side we've got this is a wheat field. We can tell the difference just by looking at the heads. So this being a wheat head, the grain head, the head of it stands upright and it doesn't have these long hairs that the barley has, and the barley head is much heavier. But you just want to think, like 2,000 years ago, there would have been nothing here. And I suppose we've got to thank that first Tibetan king 2,000 years ago he had the foresight to plant Chinko barley down here.
Being in this type of countryside reminds me of my hometown when we'd be out walking through the fields. We have barley and wheat fields as well, and obviously we also brew beer. I love walking in the countryside. It's always nice and peaceful.